Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video where I recreate the makeup that I did on New Year's Eve. My husband and I were here by ourselves. I was not feeling great. My health has been kind of up and down. And I ended up doing it really fast. I kind of planned it out in advance and then was like not going to be able to do it. And then he ended up coming home at the last minute and was able to do it. So I kind of slapped it on really quick, but I was really happy overall with the way it turned out. So I thought I would recreate that for you. This isn't the finished look. This is a look that I did for a separate video. But it kind of goes with the theme. So I'm going to leave this lip on for the video. Anyway, if you want to see the pink eye look that I did using the Hella palette from Odin's Eye. And then for blush, I'm going to add the blush that I used from in here on top of what I've already got. And we'll just add to what I have already. But yeah, it was a really pretty eye look. So I thought I would try and recreate it for you. If that sounds fun, stick around. Make sure you're subscribed. And we're going to jump in. I'm going to put my hair back. Like I said, I was filming another video and I had this makeup on. I didn't have this lip on. And I was testing out one of my Jeffree Star lipsticks that I've had forever. This is on its last leg, which is a shame because I like this color, but I've had it for several years. But this was the inspiration. My husband got me this for Christmas. So if you don't get the joke, I'll hold it up and it says Making Spirits Bright. It's Christmas spirit. I think it's hysterical. And I love like the bubblegum pink. So this was the inspiration for the bright pink makeup look. Like I said, we didn't go anywhere. I was feeling terrible. He barely made it home. Like he got home on New Year's Eve off the road at like 6:30 or something like that. So I threw makeup on really fast. We had dinner. We sat home and played some cards. And it was very, very low key. My kids were at my in-laws. But yeah, I'm going to put my sweatshirt on and we'll jump. I figured I would put it on. And I was like, oh, it's a Christmas ghost. I didn't get till later that it was like a Christmas spirit until later, because I was like, oh, it's a spooky Christmas shirt. And then I like got the pun later. But yeah, I think it's absolutely adorable. I will try and link, I don't know, he got this from like one of those like small little like shops that pops up, I think, on Instagram. Like he got me this one and a red hoodie that says in sparkly letters Festive AF, and then like a pumpkin spice themed one. But this one's definitely my favorite with the color and just the image that's on it. It's really, really cute. This is not the look, and this isn't even the lip color. I used one of my Kat Von D ones, which is funny that I switched to Jeffree Star. Like, if you know that joke with the two of them, like, I'm going to add, I ended up using a cream blush. This is the Diamond and Blush palette from Natasha Denona. My husky is being loud all of a sudden. Like, I filmed a video and she was getting rowdy with our medium dog, and then now she's drinking water. So if you hear like noises, it's her. Let me grab my clean off towel, make sure, because I was using this brush in a video when I was swatching like cream products, so I don't make sure it's not got red on it still. But it just says cream blush, so it's the pink one under. It just says blush. So I just tapped in. It is very bright, and I'm just going to go over. I have on my face currently, it's a little bit from this Ulta Beauty 3-in-1 cheek palette. So we're just going to put this on top. The blush was pretty, but I think it was light enough that, and the highlighter starting to dissipate, but I don't know. I just felt like, with as bad as I had been feeling, I just wanted to be really pretty and pink. So, and I haven't done like super bright makeup in a hot minute. Now this lip, like I said, is brighter than the KVD one, but it works with the look, so I'm going to leave it on. Like, so I was testing this out to see I checked all of my lipsticks when I was going through doing my declutter, and it seemed fine, but it, like, swatching it, it seemed fine. When I actually put it on my face, I'm going to put a little bit up here, kind of seemed like it's on its last leg. So I might be able to get, I've had it for several years. Like, it's old. It's a very old. It's like in the shade Diva, which is one of his Pomeranians. I don't even know if that dog is still alive, to be honest with you, because I got that color as like a free gift when I bought like one of his t-shirts or something. I really like it. I used to wear it in videos quite frequently, but it's old. Like, it sounded like one of them was going to get sick. I'm like, please don't get sick on the bed, especially because they're laying near some of my eyeshadow palettes. But I put a little bit on my nose. I wanted to be really pink and sparkly, so that was pretty much what we looked like. I figured since my base was already done, we would just add to it. And then I think I used a little bit of this Duo Glow. It's the pinky highlight in here. And then I went over it with the diamond powder. I hadn't really used the cream blush. I've used the powder blush in this palette before, but I didn't really have a good brush or know how to apply like the cream. And I did a video, it should already be up on my channel, where I was showing like the red blushes in my collection. I did when I was playing around one evening because I was here by myself. This brush that I am using came out of a Jessup set, which you can get Jessup brushes. It's Jessup. I'll put it down in the description. I'll link this set. It's the 103 Defined Buffer, but it works really, really well for cream blushes, like even the About Face ones from Halsey that are a little bit more balmy. I've been able to use it with that because I don't like to use my fingers. Her brand, I think, is meant to be like more so used with your fingers. But anyway, if you need a good brush for cream blush. So I've been using more cream blush since I discovered that I could use that brush. And that's what prompted me to use the cream in this, because it is, I have used the powder and it is pretty, but the cream is much more intense in this palette. So I've been liking that. It came in a set. I don't know if you can get the individual brush. I've never tried to buy Jessup brushes individually on Amazon, and I do not know if they have their own standalone website, but I will try and link the pink set that came out of, at least down below. I think it's gone up a little bit in price, but it's good. I have quite a few of the brushes from that set in my brush holders. So yeah, I was super excited. Like I said, I was just playing around like, oh, let me try this. And I was like, oh, this actually applies it really well. And it's not like it doesn't pick up. Like the Halsey one, because it's so balmy, you have to go in with less. But it so far I haven't had an issue with it picking up stuff underneath, which is nice. Because like I said, that scares me with creams. I like to powder my face. I went on, like I'm fully powdered and went on top of it with powder and it worked just fine. So we're going to go into the Hella palette. I had this palette for a good long while. I bought it when it launched the first time, and it sat in my collection. I used this palette for the first time last month because I haven't been wearing makeup and I have too much other eyeshadow. And the few times I was wearing makeup, I wasn't trying out new stuff. So I have finally tried this palette and I've used it a bunch since I tried it the first time. I normally would go into a wet base with this. I do find that it takes longer to blend Oden's eyeshadows with a wetter base. So a less tacky eye base is better. I have a Super Shock on my eyes currently. We're going to just go on top of it. So I'm going to go into Soot, and it's the dark charcoal. I like it because when you use it with the pinks, it pulls more of the warmer undertone under it, but you can use it with the greens and it pulls more gray. Like it's a really interesting shade. And I have false lashes on and I am not taking them off because these are some like 3/4 lashes that I got off of Amazon, and it's a little bit stiffer of a band. I used them when I was filming yesterday. I had easier time today, but I don't want to take them off and have to put them back on. They work fine. Like I said, it's a stiffer band than my Eylure ones, so it's just having to put some extra glue, I've discovered. And I'm just doing a halo eye, so I'm putting this in the inner and the outer corner. But anyway, I'm gonna work around them, as annoying as it is, because I don't want to take them off just to put them back on. I will, unless they fall off, because we're already off to a weird start, because I already have, like, I used the NYX glitter glue underneath this NYX ColourPop Super Shock. So there is a base underneath, and I had concealer underneath that. So, but yeah, this has a pinky undertone, but I've used it with the greens. And it's an interesting shade because, like I said, if you use it with pinks, you definitely will pull the pink undertones that are in it, but you can use it with the greens too. Like, it's a very, very interesting deepening up shade. My eyes are hooded, so I'm just making sure we were kind of stamped in there. And I cleaned off my E25. This is from Sigma. This is my favorite blending brush. I use it for most things. So I just went in and tried to blend that a little bit. And I didn't pull any brushes out in advance because I wasn't even sure if I was going to still film this, because I already had makeup on to start with. So then we're going to go in with the dark pink in Goddess and the light pink in Hella and blend this out. It's like I said, I wanted to really like, and this is a black Jessup brush. Yeah, it's a 227. They're very, very similar to Morphe. I like them better than Morphe, a lot of them. They're cheaper. They used to be cheaper. I don't know. They're probably, the prices I've noticed have gone up, so they're probably comparable. So you're not saving any money per se, but you can get them on Amazon and they work really well. So if you don't want to buy Morphe brushes, it's an alternative, because I like the Sigma brushes, but they're very, very expensive. The only reason I have 2 of these is I happened to get an extra one in a subscription box, and it was like, oh, that's my favorite brush. So it was like an accident. I didn't purposely, like, I bought one of them in a set, and then I ended up getting the other one in something else, kind of a situation. So I'm just going in with Hella, and that's what's going in between in the crease. And then I'm going to take Hella on top of the dark pink. I don't know why my husky has been so loud lately. I've been trying to film more recently just because I'm here by myself and I'm able to. And for a long, long time, she didn't make any noise. And now all of a sudden, today, it's just been, let's make it. Normally she just lays on the bed. I swear dogs get a wild hair up their butt sometimes about stuff. Okay, so I just went back into that soot shade because I felt like there was a disconnect. Goodness gracious, if I could talk. And I'm going back into Hella. And I just wanted it really like blown out. The shimmer is going to go pretty high. I'm going to go back in. Let me find my flat brush, I guess. Not necessarily the flat brush I normally use. This is, I don't know what this is. This is a Luxie 211. It's a concealer brush, but it's just flatter. I'm going to go in. The glitter glue is going to go all over where that shimmer is presently. And we're going to use Complete and River. River, I'll hold up the palette so you can see it. But River is going to be the primary shade. And then I used Complete to kind of help blend the edges into soot. And I just took it up pretty far because this isn't going to be like a defined, like super cut crease halo eye situation. I wanted the shimmer to kind of go up, and I wanted this to be really like overly sparkly. So River. And then this is the shade, the Incomplete, that I used to blend. And then this is going to go in the inner corner. It's double-sided. So I'm trying to clean off some of that glue. And I went in with my finger originally, but because of the lashes, I'm going to try and see if I can get it with a brush. I will say with the Odin's Eye, like, it's a softer shimmer formula, so you don't have to go in with your brush super heavy, or you're going to end up with a boatload of product on your brush that you don't need. So try and rub it in there gently. Or if you go in with your finger, same thing. And I'm just tapping up into where the pink is, because like I said, I wanted it to be really like exaggerated and sparkly. Okay. So then we're going to go into Complete, and it's very shimmery, but it's a little bit darker. So I just used that kind of out in here to kind of help. And I did this super quick when I was doing it on New Year's Eve, because it was one of those things I was like, oh, Mike's on his way home. Am I going to wear makeup? Am I not going to wear makeup? And then I decided when he was like 20 minutes from the house, I'm going to wear makeup. So the poor guy did have to wait like a little bit, not terribly long. I tried to be quick, but it was very like haphazard last minute. So I was like literally throwing this on my face. I'm pretty sure I had double-sided under my brow bone too. So we'll add some of that, because I don't think I put anything under my brow bone before. So there's nothing. This is just going on whatever powder was there. I'm going to clean off one of these and hope it doesn't. This is the one I was using for the pink. Okay, and then we'll put some, we'll go back into that flat one and clean that off. I'm using the same brushes and just cleaning them off. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm not one to use 50 million brushes. I just don't do that. Okay, so let's see. Lower lash line, I'm pretty sure it was just the same, like the gray and the pinks. This is another Jessup smudger. I'm going to take the gray shade down in here. Kind of connect. I'm not bringing it too far, about halfway maybe. And then I'm going to go back in with this Luxe Soft Definer that we used for the pinks on the top. And I'm going to go in with a dark pink. Oh, I remember now what shimmer I used. It was a shimmer from, I'll leave these on and I'll put the shimmer that I actually used. I remember now. I used a shimmer from the Christmas Morning palette, because there's a hot pink shimmer in here. And Bless. So that just that hot pink, and I put that on the inner part. So use that chubbier brush. I'll clean it off. We'll throw a little bit of that on. So I'm just putting that on the inner part, just for some extra. This is one of those, you do not need this. You could leave it with the matte. I just happen to have this palette, and this shade kind of went with this look, and I wanted a bunch of glitter, so, and it's in my eye now. Okay, so I'm going to clean up. I have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to throw a color in my waterline. I'll make the other side match, and we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like all put together. And here we are, relatively complete. I mean, it is complete, but relatively the same. In my waterline, it's an LA Girl Ultimate Lip Liner, but I have it in, it's some sort of a pink, Eternal Pink. I have a red one too, and I only use these for my eyes. If I have lip liners that I use in my waterline, they don't go back and forth. I had an LA Girl pink one, and it just, the pigmentation was starting to get not very good, so like I just went with a lip liner. It's creamy, it works. Like I said, I got a red one too. They stay in my eyeliner drawer, but yeah, that's what's in my waterline. And yeah, I just thought this was really pretty and pink. It matched my sweatshirt. I wanted just to be very sparkly and pretty, because I hadn't been wearing much makeup, and I just wanted to feel like sparkly for New Year's, even though we were home by ourselves and we weren't going anywhere. But yeah, this is the makeup. I think it's pretty. Like I said, it goes really well with the shirt. So that again was the inspiration for this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully you guys liked this look. Sorry, I kind of like threw it on top of other stuff, but it is what it is. I didn't want to take everything off and start all over. So I appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys liked this look. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and hopefully I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, everybody.